going to need Black America to answer this question for me. Black men and black women need to step up and answer this, because I'm curious. As a white man, why is it that Black America has such a high percentage of absent fathers in the homes? I have my theory as a white man, but I want to know what it's like, what the struggles be like, and the social economic factors that cause black couples not to stay together for their children. Again, I got my own theories and my own thoughts. I just want to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakai Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, Rule Web, and the great example to his younger brothers in the truth, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Lord, with this edifying lesson. And he want to know, we going to give you the science. We ain't going to give you no theories and all this shit. We going to give you the science. The true science, which all science means is to know fact. You know, we're going to give you the facts of why we going through what we going through, why so-called black families, Israelite families are always split up. You know, the mother either leave or the father leave. You know, the madness of what we go through, you know. We're going to give you the science. And it all go back to the scriptures. It all go back to the Lord. Above what Esau did with playing with Section 8, you know, and all these government assistant programs to keep the man out the house, and all these different things. What it is, for the Me Too movement and all these different movements. I'm thinking not Me Too, it's another one. The main one with Margaret Singer. Liberation, women's liberation, and all this old crazy shit. Besides all that, it ultimately it all go back to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai putting these curses upon us, you know. And we just gonna get into this Israelite 101, the basics, you know, of the scripture, which this the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, and we start at 1 and say, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy power will set thee on high above all the nations of the earth, and all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power. That's pretty much the point on that part. And we're gonna jump to 15, because it's gonna, from 28:1 on down, it's gonna run down the blessings. 1 through 14 is talking about the blessings that will befall us if we hearken unto the voice of the Lord. And obviously we didn't. Jumping down to verse 15 and say, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord, which we didn't do, thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And we witnessing all these curses come upon us and overtake us. And that single parent household, it hit Judah the hardest. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, the southern kingdom. You know, that's something that heavily impacts, especially Judah, the head tribe. You know, but we all going through, because you got a whole bunch of Israelites who look like Judah, but they Reuben, they Gad, you know, and some of the other tribes, Ephraim, you know. But it affect Judah the worst. And all the curses seem like they hit Judah the hardest. Why? Because Judah the head tribe, you know. But let's jump down to the point. You know, hey, it's a it's a method to the madness. Let me stop. This jumping down to verse 45, it say, moreover, all these curses shall come, and that's how we know who we. Salakia. Verse 45, It say Deuteronomy 28:45. It say, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee, and shall pursue thee. So like, let me read that. It say, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Yeah, so these curses that's upon us is a sign and a wonder, and upon our seed forever. And we are our seed. We back here today. That's why we call ourselves. We ain't shying away from. We know we the Israelites by what we go through, man. You know, the things that befall us as a nation of people is what tell us we the Israelite. We don't need no goddamn DNA test to prove our lineage. The Spirit bear witness, man. And as we go through these scriptures, we've been awakened to the fact that, oh shit, we the Lord chosen people. Now we repenting and we turning back to the Lord. You know, in the hopes that the Lord have mercy upon us and deliver us from the times to come. Because it's finna be a time like no other upon the earth, and the Lord finna destroy all those who refuse to turn back, to come back to him, to turn back to him. Jumping down to the point, verse 54. This the point. This is why, you know, so many black families are broke up. And this the science to everything. This just the fact of the matter. This the book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 54. It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. And that's why you got so much black on black crime, Israelite on Israelite crime, so to speak, because it ain't just black people. Hispanics, they kill each other all goddamn day, just as much as niggas do. The cartel and all this old crazy shit, you know. Blacks versus Mexicans, you know. Blacks versus Puerto Ricans. Jake killed Jake. And niggas and spicks and wetbacks, they give Esau a pass half the goddamn time, man. You know? So I was going to be evil towards our brother, and who else? And toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. So this is the science behind why Negroes, for the most part, families are broken up. And that's why they don't stay with their families. That's why a lot of men will leave, because their eyes evil towards the wife and his children, which he shall leave. You know? So let's jump to verse 56. It say, in the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot on the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward her husband, toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. And that's why a lot of these women, they'll get abortions, they'll put their children in fucking foster care and shit, abandon them, you know, leaving with their grandparents and disappear. This is why these things happen. Auntie, you know. Oh shit, hey, a lot of these women that take their kids out and be on the mugshot looking all bugged out because the curses are upon our people, and our people are being swallowed up by them. Like TD Jakes. Have you ever been swallowed? Yeah, all been swallowed up by these fucking curses, man. And we feel it. But it's all a punishment, and the Lord is just punishing us for our weakness. But now, like the title of that video the brother put up, Hopeful Lick 3, it say, wait till these curses come upon you, because let's go a few chapters up. Because Esau, you think just because Hey, you can boast and sit back and clap your hands and look at us and our destroyed state, but this one thing you didn't bank on. This the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. It say, in the Lord thy power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, will put all these curses upon thine enemy. Yeah, so all you nations, you can sit back like seals, clapping at the downfall of the nation of Israel, but guess what? The Lord finna put all these curses on y'all, man. And not just Esau. No, all these curses finna go upon all nations, man. And you finna suffer just like we suffer. You finna get paid back just like we got paid back, man. You know? And the Lord scourges his enemies, as the scriptures say, 1,000 times more. But all the Lord doing it to the Lord is just punishing us. But wait till the Lord punish you. It's gonna be far worse, man. You ain't gonna be getting butt broke or no faggot shit like that. But hey, man, the Lord finna do something to you nations that's gonna be like, damn. You know? It say, in the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemy and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. You know, so everybody who persecuted us, all that hate us, all our enemy, the Lord finna put these curses upon you, man. You know? So we just suffer and serve our punishment. And it's all good. Because is like the scriptures say, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and we at the end of our punishment. We get this precept. So like, let me get this. Yeah, but like I was saying, we at the end of our punishment, and you nations, y'all punishment is finna begin. This the book of Daniel chapter 9 and verse 12. It say, and he have confirmed his words which he have spoken against us. Yeah. Hey, the Lord told us about them curses, and he confirmed it. How? Because he put them bitches on us, man. And against our judges that judge us by bringing upon us a great evil. And that ultimate great evil is these curses, man. Yeah, because slavery, that was part of it. That's one of the curses. Us going back into Egypt again, those ships, the transatlantic slave trade was one of the curses that the Lord say was going to befall us. But guess what? You nations, you're going to undergo a transatlantic slave trade. Intercontinental slave trade. Ain't going to be no goddamn transatlantic. It's going to be an intercontinental slave trade. You know? And before y'all finish y'all punishment, it may even be an intergalactic slave trade, man. Y'all go undergo an intergalactic slave trade. You know? It's saying against the judges that judge us by bringing upon us a great evil, for under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem. Yeah, but hey, it's gonna be something done unto you heathens that gonna surpass what happened to Jerusalem, that happened to the Israelites. So the Lord did this to us, but guess what? You nations ain't important. Let's try to get that real quick before we start. Lock here, let me try to get this. This the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12 and verse 22. It say, therefore, whereas thou doest chasten us, because the Lord is chastening us with the curses, that great evil that been done unto Jerusalem, that's just chastising. That's the Lord dealing with us as with sons. He punished us as a nation. He beat our ass, and he still beating our ass. He ain't through yet, because Jacob trouble got to come. All these different things are going to befall the nation of Israel. But this just the Lord showing love. And it's the end of our punishment. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12 and verse 22, it say, therefore, whereas thou dost chasten us, thou scourges our enemies 1,000 times more, to the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of thy goodness, and when we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy. Yeah, so the Lord gonna scourge our enemies 1,000 times more. So the shit we went through ain't gonna have shit on Esau and the rest of these heathen nations. So hey, you can sit back and marvel at what you said, but guess what, nigga? These curses finna come upon your crack ass, man. Your Edomite ass. You Edomites are finna suffer worse than any nation, man. And your ass going into captivity. And you might be in captivity before before Donald Trump term is up. And before Donald Trump 4 years is up. Who knows? But Lord willing, this was edifying. Really something basic for new brothers, going through some of the curses and answering Esau's question. Why we going through what we going through? This is the science behind it. That's what I might title it. This is the science behind your question, you devil. So with that, Lord, when this was edifying, I want to end it giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha Kodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, Rule Web, and the greatest I'm touched, younger brothers in the truth, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah, and Abba Shalom.